That was my first playoff game. We was down at Lambeau Field. It started snowing, and we made it happen. To walk off that field with the victory, it was a night that I would never forget. And the same things are possible in the future.
For the Atlanta Falcons, 2003 was a reversal of fortune. Quarterback Michael Vick was the first of 17 players that were injured in a season that included a 7-game losing streak.
The Falcons have gone from being a Super Bowl pick by many writers across the country to a team with only 2 victories and 9 losses. It's been that kind of season.
But in 2004, Jim Mora became Atlanta's new head coach, giving Falcon fans everywhere a reason to believe.
And the Falcons are back. You gotta love it. You can never give up.
Here comes Michael Vick.
We said he was gonna bring it, and he's bringing it. That is sick.
Man out there and a leaping grab, touchdown. Oh, man. Falcon defensive business.
Yes, yes. Huge play. Sack.
It's a smackdown hit.
Oh, look at this. Bust him in the mouth. We've kicked down the door.
In 2003, a dark cloud hung over the Georgia Dome. The Falcons did not win at home until week 14 and lost 10 of their first 12 games. Dan Reeves entered the season with 198 wins as a head coach. It took until week 10 to record his landmark 200.
He's going to score 5-3 into the end zone. Touchdown.
For his 201st victory, he had the help of Michael Vick, who made his first start of the year since breaking his leg in the preseason. T.J. Duckett had the first big run of the game.
He's to the 5, trying to get into the end zone. Give it to him. Touchdown, Falcons.
Vick had all the rest.
Here comes Michael Vick. Going to roll to the near side, left. He's going to run it. He'll keep the football. Cut to the outside. Guess what? He makes a great cut. 45-40. Now far side of the football field. He's to the 35. Somebody hit him. He's still going.
How long has he been out? I mean, he doesn't look like he's missed a beat.
In his first start since his injury, Vick ran for 141 yards, the 3rd highest rushing total in NFL history by a quarterback. Vick also passed for 179 yards against a defense that eventually took Carolina to the Super Bowl.
2nd and goal from the 1. Falcons trying to tie the football game. We're in the 4th quarter. Here is the keeper by Michael Vick into the end zone. He's in.
Vick's touchdown sent the game into overtime.
Fans on their feet, waving white towel. And Malone wants to throw. Here comes the blitz. He gets rid of it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kevin Mathis. Mathis to the 10, the 5, leaping into the end zone. Touchdown! Falcons win!
Welcome back, Atlanta Falcons, to the NFL.
The momentum carried over to Week 16, where the defense recorded 4 first-half interceptions.
Brad Johnson wants to throw again across the middle. It's high and deflected and picked off.
The Falcons were determined to beat the Buccaneers, a team they had not defeated in 7 years. T.J. Duckett's ability to move the ball down the field opened up the play-action passing game. Atlanta built a 23-point lead, and it appeared they would finally break the streak.
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta! The catch made by Algie Krempler.
In a season full of stumbles, the game was symbolic of what could have been, what should have been.
Vick under center, waiting on the snap. Here it is. He wants to throw. Quickly going up top for Finneran. And a leaping grab. Touchdown, Falcons. A jump ball going up top over Whitaker.
But a furious Tampa Bay comeback brought the Bucs to within 2 points in the closing minutes of the game.
2-point conversion coming. Here comes the blitz. He wants to throw. Pass down, and that is going to be it.
It was Tampa Bay's second loss of the week to Atlanta. 5 days earlier, former Bucs general manager Rich McKay was employed to do the same job with the Falcons. His hiring stems from owner Arthur Blank's feeling that leadership must start at the top.
Building a football club requires a lot of things. It requires great players, it requires great coaching staff, great commitment by the front office, and Rich has very high standards.
During his 9 seasons as Tampa Bay's GM, McKay's standards led to a Super Bowl championship.
Winning typically starts at the top, and what Arthur Blank brings to this organization is a willingness to win.
Blank and McKay's first task was to find someone with similar ideals. After an exhaustive search, they found their man.
Today, it's with a great pleasure and honor and enthusiasm, we introduce Jim Mora as the new head coach for your Atlanta Falcons.
Jim brings a lot of energy to the table, brings a lot of intensity to the table, but I think first and foremost, he brings a plan for success.
Mora also brings 19 years of NFL coaching experience, 5 as the San Francisco 49ers defensive coordinator. The front office and coaching staff are in place. But the success of the 2004 Falcons will ultimately depend on Jim Mora's 53-man roster. Every April, the Falcons regroup for the upcoming season. Head coach Jim Mora greeted his first practice with enthusiasm.
This is a perfect day right here, man.
It's always a perfect day.
My dad used to always go, great day for football. I mean, it's a perfect day. You nervous for your first horn blow? If that thing just goes, your history.
I know.
We go stretch it out. Here we go on the move, we're moving. Nobody's walking. Let's go. We're moving ass. Let's go. The horn, Jason's going to get, he's off horn duty, man. Let's go. Burst up the field. That way, Peerless. Get positive with this thing, baby. Get positive yards now. Get going. There you go. Tuck it away quicker. You leave it hanging out there. It's coming out now. Catch it. Boom. Put it away. Burst. Oh, no. Not the tap and turn. Not the tap and turn. The tap and turn. That way, get up the field. Tap and turn. That away. I'm so fast you're running out of those shoes, man. Football's fun. Get out here, you get to coach a little ball.
On the offensive side of the ball, Mora brought on former 49ers coordinator Greg Knapp to oversee a potentially explosive squad.
Take it. Take that. That's great.
The thing about Greg Knapp is this, is he learned under the legend, under Bill, you know, where all of this stuff came from, the whole West Coast philosophy. It's Bill Walsh. We've got a guy, Michael Vick, who's a left-handed quarterback. He's mobile. He is accurate when he's on the run. He can run with the football. And that's what being a good West Coast offense quarterback is all about. Greg has worked with that type of athlete. He coached the greatest left-handed quarterback in the history of the game, Steve Young.
Knapp also coached Falcons newcomer Ty Detmer in 1998. Detmer will help familiarize former Virginia quarterback Matt Schaub with the West Coast offense. Schaub will also learn from Vick, who is the leader of a team filled with playmakers.
There are some other guys on this football team as well that have to be effective for us to win, and we're fortunate that we do offensively have some weapons.
Weapon number 1 is Warrick Dunn. He consistently proves a threat as both a runner and a receiver. In 2003, Dunn rushed for nearly 700 yards, despite a season-ending foot injury in Week 12.
Dunn with room, 45-40. Here comes Dunn near sideline. Will they score? Yes, touchdown. Handoff, Warrick Dunn over the right guard. He's got room. 40, 35-30, 25-20, 15, 10, 5. Spun down into the end zone. Did he get there? Yes.
Obviously, Warrick Dunn is a guy that people in this league know about. He's an explosive runner. He can make people miss. He can run between the tackles. He can run outside. He can catch the ball out of the backfield. He's a multifaceted weapon, and we'll utilize him. T.J. Duckett, a big, powerful inside runner. He's a guy that we're going to use to try to wear people down as the game goes on.
In only his second year, bruising ball carrier T.J. Duckett wreaked havoc on opposing defenses, finishing third in the NFC with 11 rushing touchdowns.
A giant run by a giant man, T.J. Duckett.
He's already gained a step from last season.
That's the fastest he's run in practice in 2 years. Right there.
7-on-7 script.
Yeah, you tell him, hey, he said, you start running like that, and in the fourth quarter, people won't even want to see you. They won't want to see you. They want 45 over there.
The Falcons will also rely on number 33 fullback Justin Griffith.
In the West Coast style of offense, the fullback position is a very, very important position. He's got to be able to block on inside runs. He's got to be able to block outside. And Justin Griffith gives us those things.
Also carving running lanes for Dunn and Duckett will be offensive lineman number 64, Martin Bibla, Keenan Forney, Roberto Garza, Todd McClure, Kevin Schaefer, Todd Weiner, and Bob Whitfield.
Great job, man, by that offensive line on this drive.
You know, one of the most underrated parts of any team is obviously the offensive line. And not only do we have the style of players that fit our style of play, but we've got the best offensive line coach in football in Alex Gibbs.
Gibbs, a 40-year coaching veteran, tutored the Broncos' offensive line for 9 seasons, playing a pivotal role in their back-to-back Super Bowl wins.
Which one of those two you got to deal with? Which one do you have to? Which one? No, you don't. You take the last one.
When you step on the field, you understand why the guy's a legend, because you feel his energy and you feel his passion and his enthusiasm. He's on him. He's hard and he's tough.
The offensive line will be particularly important in protecting Vic and giving him time to find such talented targets as Peerless Price. When they traded for Price in 2003, the Falcons were looking for a dangerous combination with their superstar quarterback. In 2004, that's exactly what they'll have. Another threat is 6'5" receiver Brian Finneran, whose leaping abilities enable him to make game-breaking plays. First-round draft pick Michael Jenkins will also be a factor in the passing game. The former Ohio State wideout runs impressive routes and has the strength to hold on to the ball when hit. The signing of former Chicago Bear Des White will also strengthen Atlanta's receiving corps. Perhaps the Falcons' largest weapon is 262-pound tight end Algie Crumpler. In 2003, Crumpler caught a career-high 44 passes to earn his first trip to the Pro Bowl.
Algie, he's a man. He's a man. I don't know how you match up with him in the pass game, because he's athletic enough to beat linebackers, and he's too big for most DBs.
In 2004, opponents will have a tough time matching up against the Falcons' offense primed for success.
He's to the 30. He's to the 25, 20, 15, 10. Crumpler trying to get into the end zone. Touchdown! You gotta love it, baby!
In his first practice as Falcons head coach, Jim Mora demanded more from his players.
We're going to move, baby. This is what we're all about on defense now. It's where you make your money, right here. Blow it, blow it. Here we go. Pass rush, 7-on-7. 50 out, 7-on-7. Moving to pass rush. Let's go. Don't be walking. Don't be walking. Know where to go and get there. Here we go. Group and stall. Group and stall. We're swarming over here, baby. We are swarm. That's what we do. We swarm. Here we go. In and out, in and out, in and out. Let's go. Hustle back. Get used to moving. Get used to moving in and out of the huddle. Quicker tempo. Hey, go. Quicker tempo. Quicker tempo. Quicker tempo. Let's go.
Quick pace practices will translate into quick improvement.
If you can get guys doing the right things all of the time, doing them fundamentally sound, and playing with a high degree of effort, an unparalleled degree of effort that nobody else matches, then you've got a chance to get better fast.
That's where to hustle. That's what I'm talking about. Be a tempo setter, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Hit it, hit it, hit it. Stay up, let him run, let him run, let him run, let him run, let him run. Get him, go, get him, go. Let's go, let's go, let's score, let's go. Hey, now, hey, when we get the rock in our hands, our mindset changes, right? Sure. We go from defense, we're scoring. We're scoring. We become blockers. Ed talked about today. Set the wedge and get it up the field.
There's a number of things that we can do defensively to help us be a better football team. We're going to move from a 3-4 to a 4-3. That style of defense fits the personnel that we have on this football team right now.
Ed Donatel joins the coaching personnel as defensive coordinator after running the Green Bay Packers defense for the past 4 seasons.
What Ed Donatel defenses have done over the last 3 years is take the football away from their opponent more than anyone else in the National Football League.
Repeating that level of success will depend heavily on the Falcons' defensive line.
The one thing they do, they work. I mean, they work. They're some working dogs, and that's what you need up front.
That's what Atlanta has in number 97, Patrick Kearney. Number 98, Travis Hall. Number 91, Brady Smith. Number 95, Ed Jasper. And number 61, Ellis Johnson, who led the team with 8 sacks in 2003. The Falcons also added Mammoth ex-Oakland tackle Rod Coleman. Over the past 2 seasons, his 16.5 sacks are the most of any NFL interior lineman. In 2004, Karan Riley and number 90, Will Overstreet, will both switch from linebacker to defensive end, providing additional depth for Donatel's 4-3 scheme. Working behind the defensive line are skilled linebackers Matt Stewart, number 52. Chris Draft, number 54. And All-Pro Keith Brooking, number 56. Brooking demonstrated remarkable courage and leadership, playing through the pain of a broken back to record his second straight 200-tackle season.
It means something to Keith Brooking to be not only a great player, but on a great team and seen as a great leader. It matters to that man.
Performance also matters to number 24 safety Brian Scott, who broke into the starting lineup in Week 9. Scott will team up with veteran safeties number 29 Keon Carpenter and number 27 Corey Hall. This offseason, Atlanta acquired free agent Jason Webster from the 49ers, reuniting the cornerback with Jim Mora, his former defensive coordinator.
We were lucky to add a guy like Jason Webster to our team, who's got a heart that just jumps out of his chest. He's tough, he's quick, he's fast, he can cover, he'll tackle.
The Falcons were also lucky to select former Virginia Tech cornerback D'Angelo Hall with the 8th pick of the 2004 draft. Hall demonstrates exceptional acceleration and speed, and has a knack for reading and intercepting quarterback and receiver connections. As Hall proved in college, he always is a threat to score, whether as a return man, receiver, or pass thief. He will join Todd McBride as part of a revamped unit looking to make the Falcons secondary first-rate in 2004.
As we get into the season and go through this season, it's going to be a high-energy, intense, high-effort defense.
The Falcons will need the same level of effort and energy from their special teams unit.
Nice solid hit. How long have you three been working together?
3 years. This is the 4th year.
This is the 4th year.
Oh, I don't even have to think about that.
No, that's so
awesome.
It's just huge.
I don't have
Most
to think
teams,
about
I'm tell you what now,
I don't have to think about Chris.
Most teams don't have that. There's turnover all the time.
Some people don't understand the importance of having a consistently good kicker. And this organization does, and we've got that in Jay Feely. We've got a guy that can line up and put it through the uprights on a consistent basis. We've got the same thing with Chris Moore. We've got a guy that when he takes a snap and you say, hey, we need to kick it away from this particular returner, he'll do that. You know, he's not worried about his net. He's worried about the team.
Reliable long snapper Derek Rackley allows punter Chris Moore to consistently help the team. Having such fearless cover men as Artie Ulmer, Kevin McAdam, Sadiq Shabazz, Jimmy Ferris, Woody Dantzler, and Terrence Edwards helped Atlanta win the field position battle, as did number 20, punt returner Alan Rossum.
Here's Rossum. He's to midfield. He's to the 40. He's to the 35. He spins around 30, 25, 20, 15, 10. Allen Rossum, touchdown Falcons. Whoa, what a great punt return.
Baby. Woo! Lightning in a bottle.
On Draft Day 2004, the Falcons hosted a party for fans to meet their favorite players. They got a chance to collect autographs, play like the pros, and keep a watchful eye on the NFL draft.
I love meeting the fans. I love coming out and getting an opportunity to really get the feel of, the excitement that's in the community for our team. And I think the fans feel the same way about getting to know guys on a personal level rather than just seeing you behind a helmet on Sundays.
Atlanta fans have always supported the Falcons' first-round draft picks. This year was no different.
With the 8th pick in the 2004 NFL Draft, the Atlanta Falcons select D'Angelo Hall, cornerback, Virginia Tech.
Falcon fans had reason to cheer on draft day. But when they arrive at the Georgia Dome for the 2004 season, they'll have a reason to believe. Commitment, hard work, and a passion for victory. The Falcons will give their fans everything they deserve.
When they walk out of the Dome on a Sunday afternoon, they'll be like, yeah, that's my team, the Falcons. And when they're in an airport somewhere and someone says, where are you going or where are you from? Say, from Atlanta. Oh, shoot, you a Falcons fan? Man, I love watching them play.
And I promise our fans that I'm certainly not going to rest until we get to the Super Bowl and actually win the Super Bowl.
It matters, guys. If we're out here, if we're spending the time, it matters. It matters. If we're asking you to do it, it matters. It serves a purpose. And the purpose is getting us a ring. And that's how it's got to be.
I believe Falcon fans have a reason to believe. I'm going to promise them the team that they'll be very, very proud of. Very proud of. I can guarantee it.